I have a tool set of pickup lines that I've accrued over the past 10 years of me picking up girls, working with some of the biggest companies in the world that I've given to clients in the past that have helped them out in extraordinary ways. And in this video right now, I'm going to go through the second part of my favorite canned lines that I've ever accrued. My favorite ones that I like to use most regularly, the ones that I use when I go and talk to girls. Don't forget to like, subscribe, to hit the notification bell. This is massively important for me to grow the channel and for us to build this movement. If you guys want to be a part of this, definitely hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. With that being said, let's get into the video. Yo, bitch, I got some buzzes clawing at my fucking stomach. I'm from the shadows, let the gallows make this. I just released my summer bootcamp schedule. So if you guys were looking to do a bootcamp with me, I'm traveling around the USA currently. See if I come to your town, if you guys were looking to do a bootcamp, if I come to your city, definitely get it set up. Text me at 702-841-9909 BCAMP, and we can figure out a time to do a call and get it set up. In the comment section below, I'm gonna have pinned my testimonials and the video itself describing where I'm traveling to. So if you guys want to see that, see specifically where I'm traveling to, check out the video. And if you guys want to see testimonials, I'll post them down there as well. Whenever you say canned line, you don't say the canned line directly. You say the idea of the canned line because you want to come across as authentic as possible. Even though it's something that you yourself have honed, even though it's something that you, the viewer, have maybe practiced in the mirror, the best way you can say anything is authentically. And the way you say it authentically is to just have the idea of the line. So the same way that you might ask somebody, well, what's the weather like? Or you say hello to somebody, this is itself is a canned line. But it's not like you said to yourself, you practice in the mirror, hello, how's it going? Hello, how's it going? You want it to come across as authentic as possible. And for that to be the case, you have to, if I say something that you find genuinely funny, that's the line you should use. If I find something that to you sounds authentic, or maybe if you switch it up so that it fits your speech pattern better, do that. Don't say it the way that I say it, because this is the way that I would say it from my personality. You want to say this the way that you would say it, because if you say it the way you say it, it will come across a lot more impactful, a lot more powerful. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want these lines not to be something that you try to imitate, but something that you rework for yourself to fit your personality. I want to be as authentic as possible. This is about using tools to express ideas. It's not meant to manipulate. It's meant to... That's not true. The very first line is actually something that I personally found funny, and that's actually why it truly worked, because I found it funny. Not because it's some hilariously clever line, but because I found it funny. Now, if you find it funny, the viewer, go for it. Now, the way that I would do it is if I was with a friend, or if I was with a guy that I was competing with who was trying to get the girl I was talking to, I'd grab the girl's hand, and I'd put it on my chin, I'd be like, Nike, Adidas, oh, disgusting. And then I'd put it on his jaw and be like, Gucci, Armani. You don't need to be going for me, go for this guy. You see that jawline right there? And this is always the line that I would say. Sometimes I go back and forth over this, just come up with like different brands. I'd be like, gold, silver, pewter, iron, disgusting, rust, oh. Or sometimes I flip it around just to be more cocky with it. I'd be like, Armani, Gucci, oh, what is that? Oh, is that a chin? Oh, where is it? Oh. And I just start fucking with the guy this way. Sometimes I mess with my friends, and maybe I would even like get them to be, so if one of my friends is working out, I'd be like, don't grab his butt. I saw you look at it, don't grab his butt. He's not a piece of meat. Which comes back to the line that I said before. I constantly rework these into my ways of speaking. So once you learn how to use these canned lines, you can interject them and interplay them, especially the ones that you really enjoy. The piece of meat line is something that I use all the time. I'm not an object. I have an internal complex reality that you'll never understand. One of the best lines. I love that line. I use that probably once a week. And it works to really good results. Because it's tongue-in-cheek, but it's also saying that I believe in myself and I believe in my confidence. And that's what makes it hit really hard. It's that punch. So this is the next one. So when I was a little bit chubbier, I used to always use this line. I'd be like, oh no, you're one of those girls that likes one packs, don't you? Trail lines, fucking freak. Disgusting. Ew. You a chubby chaser? You chubby chaser girl? Or you can even flip this around. You can use this for old. So if a woman ever says, oh, you're so young, say, what, you a cradle robber? You try to pick up on preteens? You fucking weirdo. Pervert. And you just say it in a joking way, in a tongue-in-cheek way. Oftentimes, even though you're saying it in a joking way, the girl will start trying to qualify, be like, no, I don't mean that. When we as guys who are in this community know that the way that you don't qualify is that you go with the joke. So technically, I'm shit-testing her in a way. I'm shit-testing her, and she fails the shit test, and guess what? Because she fails the shit test, she's more into me. All right, this next one's more of a game that I used to play. I came up with this one night when I was working with RSD with some clients. I was just really in the pocket, and I was really bored. I've been talking to girls for a good period of time, and I was going out day after day. I was exhausted, and I was like, fuck it. Well, let's do something that makes it this fun. So what you do is, all right, do this one at your own risk, all right? Like, this is it right here. This is a disclaimer. Do not do this if you're not willing to stand up for yourself. If you don't feel very confident, if you're not very masculine yet, don't do this game. Here's the game. I call it the straw game. So what you do is you grab a stack of straws at the bar, and you take them over to the girl that you're playing with, and you go, want to play a game? Of course she's going to say yes, unless she doesn't like you. Then she's going to say no. And she says no, then you need to work in a game. So the point of the game is you grab a straw, and you want to sneak into somebody's pocket, preferably one of your friends or one of her friends. So what you do is you look for somebody with a loose pocket, and you get in there, and you want to make it over the top. So you want to get down low, like you're doing Mission Impossible, and you want to very slowly slip into the pocket, and then once you're finished, then you tell her, your turn. Now, you can't do this with other guys. If you're feeling really in the pocket, I do this with other guys sometimes just to like come across more alpha, more in the zone. Now, if the guy does get mad about this, you go, dude, it's just a game. We're fucking around. Quit being weird. And you just turn your back to him and ignore him. Then it'll make you look even more badass. But for those of you guys that are not very comfortable in fights or not very comfortable with other guys, don't do that. Just do it with her friends, your friends. It's a fun game, and you see how many straws you can put in somebody's pocket. And at some point, the guy's going to realize how many pockets that he has in his back of his pocket, which is the best part. He's like, what the fuck? And then it's an inside joke between you and the girl. Inside jokes with girls are incredibly fun, which actually reminds me of another one, which is a terrible one, but fuck it. So this one is one that I used to use all the time. So at first I used to do this with a girlfriend. We'd go out and pick up girls together, and I would go out and I would make friends with some random group of people. And then I'd pull her in and be like, hey, this is my sister. And just like maybe go 5-10 minutes in this conversation with everybody believing this was my sister. And then at the very last second, I'd be like, well, here, I need to use the bathroom. All right, well, goodbye, sis. And then I would just start making out with her. Now, you can do this with random girls and random guys. So if you find a girl you really like and you start making out with her in the club, start doing this with her, and it's fucking hilarious. It's very grotesque for everybody else involved, but between you and the girl, it's fucking hilarious. And it makes you look more wild stallion-esque, which is what girls like. Now, this one is, this one's kind of funny. So do the opposite of gentlemanly things. Even get her thinking that you're about to do something that's gentlemanly, and then do the opposite. So hold a door open for a girl, for example, and then like last second, start closing it. So she's like, oh, thank you. And then just start closing it on her and maybe hold it shut. This is the best thing ever. Or maybe like, so when you get out of the car and she's getting out of the car on the passenger side seat, grab her by the head, push her back into the car, slam the door shut, and then slowly open it like you're being a gentleman. Do this one at your own risk. I had a friend once that he would get his girlfriend gifts and then he would just like chuck them at her, but not me, not me. So don't do this shit unless you're willing to lose your relationships with your women. This works for me. I'm not going to say it works for you. For me, it works and the girls think it's hilarious. There's a little bit of calibration involved in doing something like this. Obviously, it's a joke. It's teasing. It's challenging. It's do something about it. It's the same thing as the previous video when I mentioned be a gentleman, buy me a drink. It's the same thing as flipping things on their head, which I personally find funny. So for me, it works. If it doesn't make you laugh, don't do it. Now, if a girl starts getting lippy or starts interjecting in a lippy way or in a teasing, joking, challenging way, and you have a good vibe and good rapport with her. Now, if this is the case, tell her silence, let the man speak. Now, this is going to get you slapped in the chest in a good way. If you do this right, again, this is another one of those lines that you have to be calibrated for. A lot of these lines, if you guys aren't feeling like you could pull them off, you probably can't. So wait it out until you build a little more momentum. And then once you build up more momentum, then start doing stuff like this. This is meant to be joking, teasing. It's not meant to be serious. It's playful. And that's what I wanted to get across with you guys. These lines, if I say them, they're playful. They're never meant to put the girl down. They're always to build a vibe with. Now, whenever you're working with a girl or you're having a conversation with a girl, you want to build towards a common goal. That's how you get a relationship started. We're building towards this. It's not that you beat her into the earth and then she submits. No, it's like, it's a going with. You're socially in an intelligent way. You're still the man, you're still the masculine, you're still daddy. But at the same time too, you're not trying to take her to some ill intent outcome. Like it's meant to be positive for her. You want her to follow you because you know if she follows you, she's gonna go to a better place. She's gonna have more fun. She's gonna be with a cooler guy than she would be with otherwise. That's why you do this stuff. Okay, this one I haven't used in a while, so I'm just gonna read it straight from the prompt. This one I don't think I've done now in probably about 5 years. Do you know who I is, girl? You know what? You are done in this town. Shoo. Motion her away with your hand. If she starts to walk away, grab her and say, look, girl, I didn't mean to fight. We can make it work out. I'll take counseling. Let's save this marriage. So it's tongue-in-cheek, which this actually brings me to the next canned line. So this one I've actually done to success. I actually had this on video, and I'm pissed off that I couldn't find the audio or the video itself. It just completely I don't know if it got deleted in the After Effects or if the camera, which wasn't rolling, but it pissed me off. I've done this line so many times. Great fucking line. You walk up to a girl and you say, hey, what the fuck? How's it going? And girl's like, do I know you? Be like, what? What the fuck? We've been married for 5 years. You don't remember me? No, I see how it is. No, fuck the children. Fuck the kids. We don't need them. No, fuck the twins. Billy and Tommy? No, actually, fuck Tommy. I hate Tommy. Tommy's an asshole anyways. You can keep Tommy. Billy, though? Billy's a good kid. I get to keep Billy. No, baby, look, we can work this out. Look, I'm sorry. We can go counseling. Look, I can make this work. No, actually, fuck that. Why am I always the one that works the hardest on this relationship? No, fuck this. I'm done with this. You're done in this town. So it's... Now, if you do this right, and the girl's in a good mood, she'll start actually playing along with you. At first, she'll be confused. But then she'll start playing along, and it creates a really fun energy in the vibe to begin with. The hard thing, though, is getting the energy calmed down afterwards. So you'd be like, no, I'm fucking with you. What? My name's this. What's your name? And then the girl will start... hopefully calming down, and you could tease or interject in there every so often. Now you guys have something to fall back on. If some random guy comes in the set, tries to take the girl from you, be like, oh, this is my wife. Yeah, she's a whore though. You can take her. So you see how this works? Now it's something that you guys have as an inside joke. And the guys that walk in, they don't fucking know. So it's a good way to also mitigate for guys walking the set later down the line. And it's a killer line. It works really well, but you have to really commit to it. So this one's, again, is something you got to be calibrated with, or you're going to fuck it up. So when you're having good interaction with a girl, you say, I like you, say it back. Say it back. Now I know I'm screaming, I'm probably blowing out the audio, but you want to yell, say it back immediately, as fast as possible without her being able to say anything. So you want to be like, you know what? Actually, to be fair, I like you. Say it back. And you want to like yell it, make it interject. Like whenever you say these lines in a very committed way, they hit a lot harder. And that's what I'm trying to get across. If you guys say these lines, commit to the lines. Now, this one is one of the most lethal lines, and it's not even mine, but I'll give it to you guys anyways. Don't try so hard. I already like you. Now, the greatest thing about this line is that if she's qualifying, even if she wasn't qualifying, she's going to start qualifying 10 times harder, which makes this even more hilarious. So she'll be like, no, I wasn't trying. No, dude, stop. It's chill. Be cool. Be normal. It's all right, girl. It's okay. Be cool. Now, because you're saying this, the girl is going to start trying harder and harder to convince you that she wasn't trying to get you to like her, which is her trying to get you to like her. It shows that she likes you. So the more action she takes, her ego is going to follow, like we said in the previous video. The more actions she takes in the direction of her liking you, the more her logical side is going to be like, maybe I actually like him. Which is going to make it a lot more likely for her to what? Go home with you, date you, take you seriously. So action feeds ego feeds action. And if you guys do like videos like this, I do have some other videos that are very similar, which I'll put in the description down below. Check those out. I have some videos on outer game, canned lines. I have a ton of them already set up. So if that's something you guys are interested in, check out those videos. I'm probably going to do some more parts of this because I'm only halfway through the list at this point. So there's probably going to be a part 3 and a part 4. If you guys want me to continue this list. The last video didn't do that bad. But if you guys want me to continue doing these videos, you're going to have to like and subscribe. And I also do have infield, playlists of infield. So if you guys want to see me doing these canned lines live, check out the infield. All right, guys, now remember, these come from you. They come from the core. See if they align with you. And if they don't, see if they give you inspiration for lines. These took me a lot of years to come up with. And it was through the act of trial and error. And sometimes I would just say stuff that I found hilarious. Even doing this video, you guys saw me laughing. It's because it's not meant, the canned lines that are for self-amusement are not meant for the girl. They're meant for you. They're meant to make yourself laugh. Now, I don't consider myself a pickup artist, to be fair, because I think that indicates that I am trying to manipulate others. But really, the big thing about this is it's manipulating yourself. The big portion of this is not manipulating others, it's manipulating yourself to get yourself in the right mood, to make yourself the right type of guy that a girl will be attracted to. All right, that's the end all be all. That's the groundwork that you're going to have to figure out. And that's after over a decade of me doing this, is the one thing that I figured out that was the core and the key that I wish that I knew early on, that would have gotten me from point A to point B a lot faster. So if you guys are watching this video right now, it's about you, not about the girl. Now that being said, peace.